Okay. In 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 8, it says, above all, let us love one another deeply. Let us love one another deeply. When it says above all, there are things that has been mentioned. It says be self-control, be a person who has a clear mind. But if you look at the context, especially in the whole of 1 Peter, there is a lot of suffering in 1 Peter. And when he says about suffering, he mentions the suffering of Jesus Christ. That we are to follow his example when he suffered. That even though he was spit on, he did not revile, he did not say, I want to do the same thing to you. Jesus did that so that he can be a model for us, that we can follow his model in the midst of suffering. If you also go to chapter 4, verse 1, you also see that we therefore are to be like Christ in suffering. And he says the way we are to face any suffering in life is to love each other deeply. What does the word deeply mean? I'd like for you to look at the screen. Deeply means stretched or strained. It's like that of a rubber band. So, I brought some rubber bands here. A rubber band by itself, it's a normal size. It doesn't do much. But if you really stretch it, if you really strain it, it becomes more usable. I also have here a load of paper. And they are disconnected. And if I'm not careful, there's nothing that binds or puts them together, and they can easily be lost. But if I stretch a rubber band like this, beyond its normal size, then it helps this set of paper to be put together. If you go to Colossians, it says that love is the perfect bond of all these things. Love makes us stretched, makes us strained, and yet when we do it, it unites us. That's why the theme of all the themes you could ever choose to launch Saddleback South Manila with, we choose one. Unli love. It's the love that loves deeply. It's the love that stretches. It's the love that strains. So, can you tell the person beside you, show unli love.
Show unli love.
As volunteers, that is what we will do on Saturday. We will show unli love. We will show love that is deep. We will show that is stretched. Love that is strained. But when we say love that is stretched or love that is strained, it means that we will have to be intentionally selfless, even to the point of willing to suffer and willing to sacrifice. That's what love deeply means. Even though it's inconvenient, we still love. Even though it's uncomfortable, we still love. And what is the best way to show love? We are to show hospitality. If you go to verse 8, or in verse 9,